to caucus. Give them a big hand. You're great. Come in here. You're great, my dear. You are. You are. And the governor. Hi, Gov. How you doing? Great. Good to see you. This guy next to you. Come in here. He has not, I haven't said a word about His Eminence. Is your hair getting darker?
Glass of olive oil every day, right?
Grecian formula. Well, we're going to find some room here, and invite you to sit down for a moment. Have you found those two license plates, Governor? By the way, I should introduce my co-hosts here from South Boston. Michael Flaherty, who serves in the House of Representatives.
He said I can say 2 words. Thank you.
You'll go far, Michael. You're very wise. And also Joe Moakley, who has served for... By the way, where is Dr. Lavelle Wilson? Where's Dr. Wilson? This guy has been doing a great job as superintendent of the Boston Public Schools. I'd love to get you up here. I just don't know how to accomplish it.
Come right through here.
Can you climb through? Sure, come on up here. Marty Nolan, where's the mayor, by the way? Where's the mayor? He'll be here when he sees these Klieg lights. The mayor's just too shy. Why isn't he here?
You're doing all right. You can do that.
Well, do you want to wait until we get the mayor here? Lavelle, you can stand by for a moment. You know, pal, the governor. And Kitty, do you think he ought to run? Give it a one.
I was told he was going to make his announcement here today.
Yeah. He's going to be sorely tempted today. What do you think, Gov? Do you want to tell him anything today?
Sure.
You want to tell him so? Oh, well.
Look, I'm not fooling around today. You know, Mario Cuomo announced that he wasn't running on a radio talk show. So why shouldn't I announce what I'm going to do or what I'm not going to do this morning? Is this the appropriate time to do it?
Well, is it... Let me just tell you this, Governor. I'll tell you this. We're all with you.
I know this is going to disappoint some of you, but I'm not going to be a candidate for the presidency of the Massachusetts State Senate.
You're keeping us in suspense, Governor. He's still waiting to hear. Kitty, tell him. Just to have in the same room the next president of the United States and the next vice president of the United States. Marty Nolan is coming up here. Marty, we want to talk to you. What is this? A touch of masochism if I ever saw it. Have you ever heard of the Boston Globe, Bishop? Men of unsleeping malevolence. Come over here, Marty. You know, Dr. Wilson, what happens with these guys at the Globe? After a while, what happens is they start giving you the business, then they say they don't want you anymore. And I understand they're trying to get rid of you at the Globe. They don't want Wilson anymore, they want Dr. Root. Remember, it used to be reading and writing and arithmetic? That was easy. I think she could do the job. The way the Globe would like it done. Now, Marty, it's your turn. You better start saying something, pal. Are you getting out of the district? Andy? Where's Andy Donovan? Throw up the picket line. You want to say something? Go ahead. We want equal time for all of you. Boston Globe.
I did bring the latest poll findings. You know the poll we took? You know, the Globe never lies. The Globe knows that the 1st Suffolk District is crucial. Boston, the Commonwealth in America. And the 1st Suffolk District, there are vast parts of it, when you say Bill Bulger, people say, who? 63%. 63% of the Democrats in the 1st Suffolk District never heard of the state Senate president. You can go to Chinatown, Roxbury, you can go to South End, Back Bay, and we have a key question. We say to them, sir or madam, are you interested in an employment contract with the Massachusetts Convention Center Authority? And they say no. I say, you are in the wrong part of the district.
63% of the people never heard of me. Let me tell you something, Marty. I never heard of them.
Seem to forget it then. Now, you're going to grab it back from me
I am not
this
going to
year,
touch
or what? You're going to just stand up here and let me make a fool out of myself.
No, you're
Thank you
doing
very
great.
much.
This kid's got more teeth than Bob Crane. Did you see that? Isn't this great? Look at him, standing right up there. How are things? You slept on the grate one night, huh? That must have been rough. Couldn't have been cold, though. You had an awful lot of Klieg lights, I noticed.
I know.
I mean, do you go out there sometimes by yourself? We have a few guys around here quite angry about it. You kick them off the grate. What is this all about? Why are we feeding these dignitaries of the head bishop? Go ahead. Are you going to have something to eat, Bishop?
I'm getting enough ham now.
The bishop is getting enough ham now. Well, I deserve that. I deserve that. No wonder attendance is down. Joe, why don't you excuse me? Go ahead.
But, you know, I had a kind of a difficult time making the adjustment from Washington, coming up back to Boston from time to time. You know, I had also a difficult time becoming a new congressman. They got a new program for congressmen where they send you over to Harvard to try to teach you how to be a good little congressman. You know, I kind of thought it was outrageous that Harvard University didn't give Tip O'Neill a degree last year on their 350th anniversary, but I had a little tough time getting a degree myself. As a matter of fact, I missed so many classes at Harvard University, they now have my picture on the milk cartons in the cafeteria.
That's good.
Not bad. That's good. Better? But I've always admired a guy who's got more gas than Citizens Energy.
So you went to Harvard, the Harvard School of Government. You went to the Harvard School of Government. You got them all out of the Harvard School of Government. They're down the Massport now, aren't they? Cronyism. Oh, don't miss a stroke on our account, Governor. What, are you going on bivouac or something? It's amazing. Look at him. The machine. Kitty. No, go right. Get back to that. Go ahead. We think you're going to do something. Free meal. Anything for a free meal. We know. Actually, Joe DiNucci, I just saw Joe DiNucci here. Where is Joe? There's a good guy. This is an unusual thing. He comes from Newton, and he's normal. But, Joe, do you have anything else? Have you ever heard of the Kennedy family? Yes. He has. They heard. Do you want to put the touch on him?
They already have, believe me.
They already have. They'd find it easier to touch the third rail than to touch you. One of the guys on the... Is this working? One of the guys on the grate says, he's standing there and he says to Joe Kennedy, he says, by the way, he says, you wouldn't happen to have a quarter for a cup of coffee? And Joe says, well, I don't have one. He says, but I'll be all right. I mean, don't worry about me. Go right
I always
ahead.
wondered what the snakes felt when St. Patrick came after them down there in the old country, Billy. But, you know, today I thought I was going to be
He's got a
rough
second
morning.
wind. Go ahead.
You worried
Oh,
about
you're doing
that?
very well. You're doing very well.
I was always worried that this morning was going to be rough. But then I figured after I've come here for a few minutes that it's not that bad. You know, Billy makes mistakes, too. Hell, he invited me.
Would you like to do any? Do you want to sing a song or anything? Last year you got a song already. You were
I
great.
don't think we can take two songs. The way
No, you were
did
great.
last.
Where's your Uncle Teddy this morning?
You know, I don't follow Uncle Teddy in the morning. I let him.
I don't
Whatever
think.
decisions he's made the night before, I kind of leave him on his own in the morning.
I'm going to leave that alone. I couldn't follow him myself.
But you want to.
Would I want to? I'm not going to even answer that. My wife is here. How are you, Mary? This is my wife, right here. My wife is really a great kid. If it were not for my wife, I'd have to go out and get a job. I'd have to grow up. I thank you again. I'm doing fine.
What kind of fate are they giving you there?
Well, we're having a very good time, Mr. Vice President. Your opponent is here. He has a big scandal coming up.
Yeah?
Did you hear about it?
We're all for that.
I saw you couldn't make one of those forums because as Vice President, you're too busy.
Hey, Billy.
Is that true?
No, I was practicing my joke for your event here. Do you want to hear it?
Oh, I'd love it. Let's everybody be quiet because the Vice President Bush, he's wonderful to call. Let's stand by. He's about to tell us the joke, right?
Well, I hope so. No, I'm just practicing up. That's why I didn't go up to Nashua, New Hampshire with those other 17 people. Yeah. Billy,
Yes, we're here.
this is not all that funny, but you did hear about the two candidates running for the same seat. One guy Sullivan, the other guy Swenson.
No.
Yes, 107 Irishmen and 3 Swedes. The votes were over. Sullivan got 107 votes. Swenson got 3. Sullivan turned to his friend, God, those Swedes sure are a clannish lot, aren't they?
Very good, very good. That's good. That's good.
I just wanted to wish you well. See if you can get a few of those Republicans there to vote for me, will you?
Well, no, we've only got a few Republicans around here.
About it, will you?
Mr. Vice President.
Yeah.
You were born in Massachusetts, weren't you?
Yeah, Milton.
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 Mm-hmm.
No, I know a good deal. My sister lives there. I got cousins there. I'm in pretty good shape as far as heritage goes. I just need a few more votes.
We think a great deal of you. We do. You don't have any votes here, but we think
We got a small primary. We'll win it.
it's a small primary. The governor here, we're waiting. We're trying to coax him into saying something.
Is the governor, ask him whether he's going to run for president of the United States or not.
Are you going to run for president of the United States or not?
It sounds like Frank.
This is Frank Hatch, isn't it? Do you know Frank Hatch? Frank. Is he a relative? I think, do you know Senator Chester Atkins, the congressman now?
I know everybody, yeah.
Oh, he's
Is he there?
yeah, he's right here at the head table. We have also the Boston Globe. Have you ever seen that?
Well, who's it there with him? My sister once wrote after they carved me up, and wrote and told them to stop that droopy drawers reporting.
Your sister told them to stop that droopy drawers reporting.
Who's there?
It's Marty Nolan.
Oh, Marty, God.
I'm told now to move my mouth away from the phone mouthpiece. I think I'm gumming this thing up.
Marty, I think, got on my case for using an old sporting expression while referring to the victory I felt I had over Miss Ferraro in a debate. And Marty, I think, turned me in for talking dirty. Now, coming from him and from Boston, I didn't ever think that was very fair. You remember the expression. It had to do with kicking.
I'm in South Boston. We don't know anything about dirty talk.
Listen, Billy, I'll let you go, but really good luck.
Marty Nolan lives over here now, Mr. Vice President.
Well, there goes the neighborhood. Look at it that way.
Mr. Vice President? Are you gone?
No, I'm still there.
No, we just had one question. There's no way, is there, that President Reagan could seek re-election? The Constitution prohibits it?
Okay, yes.
Is that true?
Yes, the Constitution prohibits it.
Okay, Reagan can't run. And Governor, I'm with you. I like Ron. You know, I think I'm on the same hit list as he is. Same guys. Pardon me?
Listen, we've got a plan. We want to ship some arms to Iran and get some hostages back. Are you willing to sponsor that in the legislature up there?
Joe Walsh will file a bill. And I'll act surprised. Just before I gavel it through.
Billy?
Oh, brother.
Be good. I got to go to a funeral.
Oh, His Eminence is here, by the way, Cardinal Law.
My respects, sir.
Pardon me?
My respects to him.
Your respects to him. He's seated up at the head table with us, and he's not too sure what he's involved with. But he has such a good reputation, it'll stand up to this, I think. We have a bishop here from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. He's thrilled. He's going downtown now to have a ride in an elevator. Last night he said to Cardinal Law, they were down Pier 4.
Yeah.
Pier 4, and they're looking out across the water, and the poor bishop from Harrisburg had never seen the Atlantic Ocean before. And the Cardinal is saying to him, Bishop, that is not Europe over there, that's East Boston. Are you ever going to talk back to me again? But, Mr. Vice President, you're generous and thoughtful to call.
Oh, listen, it's good talking to you, and best of luck.
Everything's great here. Bye-bye now. Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. With me for just a moment. We have, as I've already indicated, a very special guest here, Seamus Heaney. And I'd like to just read a little poem of Seamus's, if you could just bear with us and give us your attention for just a moment. The name of the poem is Digging. Do you mind my doing this? You look forward to it. Between my finger and my thumb, the squat pen rests, snug as a gun. Under my window, a clean, rasping sound when the spade sinks into gravelly ground. My father, digging. I look down till the straining rump among the flower beds bends low, comes up 20 years away, stooping in rhythm through potato drills where he was digging. The coarse boot nestled on the lug, the shaft against the inside knee was levered firmly. He rooted out tall tops, buried the bright edge deep to scatter new potatoes that we picked, loving their cool hardness on our hands. By God, the old man could handle a spade, just like his old man. My grandfather cut more turf in a day than any other man on Toner's bog. Once I carried him milk in a bottle, corked sloppily with paper. He straightened up to drink it, then fell to right away, nicking and slicing neatly, heaving sods over his shoulder, going down and down for the good turf, digging. The cold smell of potato mold, the squelch and slap of soggy peat, the curt cuts of an edge through living roots awaken in my head. But I've no spade to follow men like them. Between my finger and my thumb, the squat pen rests. I'll dig with it. That is a poem. Now that is a great poem. I'm going to call up my former colleague, the chairman of Ways and Means in the Massachusetts State Senate, really a top-notch fellow, and I'd like to introduce him to him now, serving with great distinction in the United States Congress from Massachusetts, doing exactly as the Globe tells him. My friend, Congressman Chester Atkins. Give him a big round of applause.
Come up here. Come up here.
Let me tell you, it's a lot easier to do what the Globe tells you to do than what Bulger tells you to do. Actually, I came here this morning for a reason. My family sent me down from Concord. We want Aunt Amelia's plate back. You know...
I don't know a thing about it. He's here for Aunt Amelia's plate. Are you still looking for the plate, Gov?
What number?
In 61.
We got 61, we're looking for 62.
No, you've got 62. You're looking for 61. I don't know a thing about it.
We got 61, we're looking for 62.
Well, 62 then was mine. Or at least it was allegedly mine. You know who has it? Eric Jostrom. Look at him. He doesn't smile at that name, Eric Jostrom. Eric Jostrom was part of Governor King's group. And he was one of our nation's fighting men. He used to wear a Navy uniform around the building. Looked like Don Winslow.
Was a member of the Port Authority for one day. Remember, Mr. President?
Yes, and also he was the member of the Port Authority for one day.
I'll tell you this. If I put him at the Port Authority, he'd still be there.
There's a vicious rumor going around Washington before people realized about this plate scam. We actually thought you'd done a favor for someone, Governor.
Oh, jeez. Hey. Will you...
Don't do that till he gets into the fight.
Actually, Mr. President, I was going to come over here with John Kerry today, but as perhaps you're aware, he's very sick. He had a big pack attack.
Oh, come on. Leave him alone. Oh, you're knocking them dead, Chester.
John lost track of...
You're breaking up this place. You get right back out to Concord.
John lost track of $41,000, which is proof positive that he's no Yankee.
I can't get the mic.
Mr. President, I just want to thank you and the Irish for letting us use your government.
Isn't he just wonderful? I didn't know Hefty Bag was making a suit. How long do you have to wear it before you win the bet? Give a hand to Chester Atkins. Isn't he great just coming up here like that? He is terrific. The mayor has arrived. He's like a moth headed for the Klieg light. My goodness. And he's all tanned up, tanned by some foreign Klieg light, I assume. He goes here, he goes there. He's everywhere. He's given new meaning to the phrase, he's away from his desk. But he's our pal, and this morning it's nice to see the mayor. From right up the street here, Mayor Raymond Flynn. Give him a big hand. Come up here. Mr. Mayor, how are you doing? All right?
Very good.
By the way, what is this, you and Mickey Roach? You and Mickey Roach. What are you going to do? You're going to start pinching guys at Fenway Park, down the garden, pinching people Where else do we have out the... Of course, you were even going to pinch the Patriots until you discovered they were in Foxborough. Are you going to do that? Learn to skate. Pinch a Bruin.
Actually, I was going to, Mickey was going to have Bob Crane be appointed honorary police officer of the city. And Bob, you could go out there. I think you do a good job making arrests for any excessive violence on the ice. Would you be willing to take that assignment on?
If the president wants me to.
You're such a publicity hound. I hear that Mickey Roach is getting the heave-ho and you're going to take on Shaka Zulu. Have you heard that?
I'm going to make Sammy Kupchak is going to be the next police commissioner of the city of Boston. Right here. Sammy Kupchak.
Sammy had a birthday. How old were you at the last birthday? 88. He's still waiting for a comeback of James Michael Curley. And if elected, James Michael Curley will take the useless gold dome from the top of the State House, turn it upside down, place it in the middle of Andrews Square in South Boston, fill it with water, and let the little children use it as a swimming pool. Curley makes no rash promises. So when you go to the polls on Tuesday next, vote early, vote often, vote Curley, I think.
Faster yet in the microwave.
In just 10 minutes, you've got it made.
There's only one pie with this much real fruit and a crust this tender and flaky in its own microwave pan.
Pie in minutes, Mrs. Smith's pie. In minutes, in just 10 minutes, you've got it made.
Yeah. What makes a wagon beautiful isn't the outside, it's the inside. And the inside of this wagon handles all kinds of people and cargo in all kinds of ways. Up to 7 people. It also comes with a beautiful 6-year, 60,000-mile warranty. The new Renault Medallion. It's beautiful, inside and out.
Renault Jeep Performance.
Stick with my team, the New England AMC Jeep Renault dealers. You can't miss.
With every Budweiser enjoyed, the promise endures. The promise of genuine quality. Without compromise, without fail. Beechwood-aged Budweiser and Bud Light. Genuine proof that somebody still and always will care about quality. And that is a promise.
Come join the grand savings celebration at Walgreens Medimart. 36 pages of spectacular savings in Sunday's newspaper. Lower prices for everyone.
In every Walgreens pharmacy, there's an intercom that saves you time. So no matter where you travel, your current prescription records are as close as the nearest Walgreens. And intercom saves you money by reminding you of generic savings. Walgreens intercom may even help protect you from an allergic reaction. Isn't it nice there's a Walgreens nearby?
We're very, very close to the close. We'd like you to sing a couple of songs with us. I'd like to just say a few words about the event. I don't know. You know, the poet warned us that life is real and life is earnest. And through most of the year, we accept that grim appraisal and seriously address the challenges of life. We support our families, we pay taxes, we labor in the vineyard. But when you look about the room today, you see the men and the women who make our industries run, who operate our businesses, who provide the services needed by our communities. You see the teachers, the bankers, the merchants, the communicators, the doctors, the lawyers, the judges, and all of those in public life. We're all here to forget the relentless demands of our many responsibilities. There are here, we hope, all of us are here to laugh, perhaps to sing, and for a few hours at least to be Irish. It happens once a year in South Boston, on St. Patrick's Day. It's a sort of tribal rite for the Irish. And on this day, you are Irish if you came from Erin,
or if someone in your ancestry did, or if you know someone who did, or if you just like sad songs and tenors. All that's required is a sense of humor and the ability to carry a tune, or at least the courage to try. You'll find that if the singing is at times a little flat, the jokes, new and old, are at least without malice. And the welcome to all is from our hearts.
3 years ago this very day, I left the port of Cork, and on a ship from Ayr's Isle I landed in New York. Well, I wasn't a friend to greet me, I was a stranger on the shore. I wore my honest Irish heart, and fortune came galore. So here I am, I'm back again in dear old Ayr's Isle. For the folks, they meet me on the quay, and they greet me with a smile. There are faces there I surely forgot, for I was so long away. Mother introduced them all, and this to me did say, shake hands with your Uncle Mike, me boy, and there's your sister Kate. There's the girl you used to squeeze down by the garden gate. Shake hands with all the neighbors, and kiss the colleens all. You're as welcome as the flowers in May to dear old Donegal. Well, he gave a party when I get back, near and far. The road was filled for near a mile with Irish jaunting cars, and the whiskey flowed like buttermilk to fill your heart with joy. And the piper played an Irish reel to greet the Yankee boy. So tomorrow off to church I'll go, where I will be. Pretty little Colleen, sweet Biddy McGee. Now Biddy was true and faithful to her banner o'er the sea. We'll join the harps and shamrocks with the stars of liberty. Come on, shake the hand of your Uncle Mike. Here is your sister Kate. And there's the girl you used to swing down to the garden gate. Shake hands with all the neighbors and kiss the colleens all. You're as welcome as the flowers in May to dear old Donegal.
You're great. You're great. Isn't he great? Crane.
This has improved Mr. Big bath tissue. It's like introducing a new Mr. Big. A softer Mr. Big. It's got 2 plies instead of 1. Hey, with 2 plies, it's got twice the body. And it feels twice as soft, Rich. And you even get more sheets.
St. Patrick's Day breakfast with Senate President William Bulger has been brought to you in part by August A. Bush and Company. Boston, this bud's for you.
Well, we don't grow geraniums, but we grow Lithuanians in Saudi, my hometown. You ready to go? Oh, there's something about it. Permit me to shout it there. The top 4 miles out. We got peppers and flappers and all kinds of strappers. And from the old county down. Why, they'll make you, they'll break you, but they'll never forsake you. And so is my home.
LeBlanc's posing as a fortune teller to help steal Clink's secret weapon on Hogan's Heroes at 11:30. Now, stay tuned as Trapper leaves and BJ arrives on MASH. Coming up next here on WSBK TV 38.
And where the enemy was lurking, they had what it takes, yes sirree. While the enemy was lurking, there stood good old Mickey Perkin from Southeast, my hometown.
Searching